I would like to preface this by saying that this video is not meant to come off as preachy. I'm not trying to tell people how to live their lives or even how to watch content. If you clicked on this video, it probably means that you'd like to see how you can watch a 3-hour movie and get as much enjoyment out of it as everyone else does. Being a patient viewer will also help you to get more fulfillment out of the movies and TV shows you already enjoy. I'm here to facilitate that. This video is just to show you guys what works for me. I've broken it down to 3 categories for how to be a patient viewer, and this has also turned into how to break ADD as well, unintentionally. First is social media and phone usage, then how to watch content, and finally, daily habits to make or break. Social media and phone usage. The biggest thing that kills people's attention span is their addiction to their phone. For many people, not using a smartphone at all is their solution. But for most of us, that is not realistic. Here are some things you can do that slowly over time will make it so that you don't have the urge to look at your phone every 5 seconds. Number 1, don't doom scroll. The infinite scroll on social media apps was made to be more addictive. Doom scrolling also applies to YouTube. Instead of endlessly looking through your homepage, try picking something you're interested in and searching it up top. Be intentional about what you want to watch, then put your phone down. I would also recommend that you get off social media entirely because it fires off your instant gratification meter and doesn't teach you to wait for anything. If you do still feel the need to use it, then be purposeful about when you use it. If you need to post something, then go into the app, post it, and leave. Or if you want to see how an old friend is doing, then go in, check on them, then get out of there. Number 2, silence notifications. I have always done this since my first smartphone. The only notifications you need are call and text. That's it. If you don't believe me, then try going camping for 2 weeks with no cell phone reception. When you come back to it, you will most likely see 100+ notifications for each social media app, and over 100 for email as well. As long as you're not in any group chats, you'll have roughly 10 to 15 text messages and like 5 calls. That's because the call and text apps aren't trying to get you addicted to using them. Leave any group chats you're in, plan on where to meet, and just wait to talk to your friends in person. There's no need for other people to have a conversation on your phone and for you to be notified by it. I would also recommend calling over texting if you can't see them in person. People often prefer texting because they don't have to pay that close attention, they can choose not to respond if they don't feel like it, and they can text back and forth with 10 different people at the same time so they don't feel alone. It's an ineffective form of communication. More information could be passed in a 3-minute phone call than 20 texts sent back and forth over the course of a day and a half. And you can actually connect with someone in a real way and know what they really mean because you really hear their voice. If it's awkward for you to talk to someone over the phone, then your attention span is fried. Number 3, don't watch short-form media. Another thing that will fry your attention span is short-form media, meaning TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, and any other vertical view 2-second video flipper. At some point, I may have to do YouTube Shorts when my channel gets monetized because of the traffic it may bring to the channel, but then again, it may only bring over viewers that watch for 10 seconds of a 15-minute video. So who knows? Generally, the content creators that make 4-second videos on short-form media aren't putting tons of effort into creating quality videos. They're just trying to instantly hold your attention and failing at it most of the time. Short-form media is teaching people that they should only have to wait 1 second to be entertained, as opposed to 90 minutes. When it comes to those that have ADD or ADHD, ask yourself this question. Was it that you already had ADD and that caused you to be addicted to your phone? Or was it that you've been addicted to your phone and social media, which caused you to be overstimulated, which then caused you to have ADD? Maybe if you're disciplined about your screen time, then you won't have ADD. Maybe if you don't eat too much sugar, you won't get type 2 diabetes. Number 4, limit your use of AI. This video script was written entirely by hand on pen and paper, then recorded and edited entirely by me with no input from AI. AI is making people unoriginal because none of their thoughts are their own. AI is a useful tool that should be used as a tool. It should not be used to replace creativity or human problem solving. Training your brain to think independently will keep you from always being on autopilot. AI is best used for doing menial, mundane tasks that save you time. I use AI to come up with SEO video tags and write video descriptions. That's it. It's also good for businesses, but not the best for individuals. Number 5, learn to just exist sometimes. What I mean is, if you don't truly have a phone addiction, then you don't really need to be on your phone while you take a dump. Try to designate times throughout the day where you're not on your phone and you're okay with it. Try doing mundane tasks in silence without listening to music, podcasts, or audiobooks. If you're cleaning your apartment, do you always have to have headphones in while you do it? When's the last time you were alone with your thoughts? If you go to a doctor's appointment and sit down for 10 minutes in the waiting room, do you really need to check Instagram? If you can't just sit there for 10 minutes and do nothing, like millions of people have done for thousands of years, then your attention span is as short as Danny DeVito. How to watch content. The main reason why I made this video is because I was frustrated with people who told me they don't watch movies. Because when I did watch a movie with them, they were on their phone and talking the whole time. Some people say they don't like movies when they've never really watched one before. Movies are supposed to be an immersive experience, even if it's a fun, silly comedy. Movies are meant to be viewed in a movie theater. The best way to watch a movie is by seeing it opening weekend at a big theater with a packed crowd. Seeing a movie in a dark theater doesn't allow you to get as easily distracted as your living room. It's a place that only shows you movies at designated times. And most importantly, you can't pause it. If you really want to watch a movie how you're supposed to, but at home, then try to replicate the movie theater experience at home. Watch the movie on a large enough TV for the space that you have, turn off all the lights, and try not to pause it for any reason. You don't have to have a crazy expensive setup and a full-on home theater to get the most out of every film you see. Something that might help you not be distracted as much is watching the movie on physical media. If it's not connected to the internet, then you don't have to worry about the streaming quality auto-adjusting from 4K to 1080p to 720p, then back up again. You also don't have to worry about it buffering. And you don't get stuck scrolling Netflix for an hour like you were on Instagram. If you want to ease into watching longer and longer content and helping your attention span, besides managing your phone addiction, you could also make a commitment to finish whatever you start. If you click on an episode, then commit to finishing that episode without being on your phone. Then switch to watching longer shows with longer episodes. Then switch to watching movies around 90 minutes. Then a good strategy is to start taking risks on movies you think you normally wouldn't like. This process will lead you to inevitably giving movies a shot that you really didn't like, but it will also lead you to discovering a film that blew you away and changed your life with how great it is. Then you will start to view each movie as an opportunity to experience something great. It's a lot better than someone who only watches, let's say, newer action movies because that's all they like. But even when they do watch them, they're only half paying attention. If you follow everything up to this point, then your attention span is ready to occasionally pop in a movie of up to 2.5 to 3.5 hours. Daily habits to make or break. These are some extra things you can do to lengthen your attention span. One of them is something as small as listening when people talk to you. Don't just sit there and wait for your turn to say what you want to say. Instead, try to be present. Look people in the eyes and digest what they say before you say something. Don't interrupt, just listen and be in the moment. After a while, this type of communication will become natural, and people may even look to you as the person they can trust. Try reading a book, or if you don't normally read, then start by reading articles about subjects that you care about and work your way back up. Journaling your thoughts on pen and paper can give you an added sense of clarity and a more nuanced perspective on your mental state and current situation in life. You don't have to start out by doing it every day. You could just write when you feel you have something to write about. Something that is a true test of your attention span is listening to a speech or lecture that is not meant to be entertaining. This could be college classes, training courses, political speeches you watch on the news, and also religious gatherings. For me, going to church every week helps me recognize when I need to refocus and pay attention to the things I really care about. Limiting your caffeine intake can help make you a little less nervous, jittery, and anxious. While I'm not a mental health professional, I'm also not financially incentivized to prescribe people drugs they don't need. With that being said, I think that unless you need certain drugs to be alive, which Adderall is not, then getting off of drugs that are pretty much a legal form of speed would be beneficial. At the end of the day, whatever works for you is what works for you. I'm not one to judge. If you follow these steps, then watching movies, short or long, good or bad, will become more enjoyable. Thank you guys for the support. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed today's video. Check out some of my other videos on the channel, and thanks for watching.